We have this really nice ceiling fan in my wife's office. The only problem is the ceiling fan's a little bit too big for this room and it's way too powerful. She can only have it on like the 1 or 2 setting. If she goes much higher than that, starts blowing papers all around in her office and everything from her desk. So luckily I got a new ceiling fan sent to me to make a video about. This is a paid post. My wife absolutely loves this fan in her office. Not only is this fan really nice chandelier, it's a really nice fan too. Really puts out a lot of air and just the right amount of air for this space. My wife uses this room for a home office, and so she wanted something really nice with a lot of light, and the chandelier is absolutely beautiful. It puts out a lot of light. It's got a great fan on it. Also comes with a really nice remote control too. This remote control, watch what this remote control does right here. When you hit the stop button there, you can see the fan starts to retract and then it disappears, and then you just have a nice chandelier up there. How cool is that? That is really nice. And then when you're ready to turn the fan back on, you just hit one of the buttons on there, and then the fan extends back out. That is really awesome. The fan's a little blingy, but my wife really likes that kind of stuff. We put this laminate on her desk here, this marble laminate here, because she really likes the fancy stuff like that. So this fan just goes perfect with her style. Yeah, this is a really nice fan. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this ceiling fan down, and I'm going to put it in a bigger place in the house, in the loft maybe, where we can take advantage of this extra power that this has. All right, you want to make sure you turn your power off before you get started taking the fan down. All right, I got this taken down here, and I got all the wires pulled out here. So I just need to disconnect these wires here. Yeah, I just need to disconnect everything, and then I can just lift this up like that and take it out. All right, I got the fan down. I'm going to take this bracket down too. I'm going to use this bracket in the other room for that other fan, and then plus the new fan comes with its own bracket anyways. Okay, I got all the parts laid out here. There's the ceiling fan, there's the chandelier, and then here's all the different parts, and then there's the manual there. All right, there's a bunch of foam bricks in here, so I'm just loosening this up a little bit to take the foam pads out of there. It looks like these are on a hinge here, and they're motorized and they move. So you can kind of move it just a little bit enough there to get the styrofoam out of there. But yeah, you want to take that styrofoam out. You don't want it rattling around in there. But yeah, this is a real interesting ceiling fan. I haven't seen this configuration before. Not exactly sure how all these move around in here, but this looks really interesting. And then it's got a really pretty chandelier here. This was really nice. All this glass on here for the chandelier. That'll light up really nice. And then here's the light fixture. It looks like this takes regular size light bulbs. So that should be pretty easy to find. Sometimes it's hard to find those little light bulbs. All right, so there everything is. The first thing it looks like in the directions is to assemble this, to install this to the ceiling. This is kind of a little bit of a unique looking bracket there too. So it doesn't have a ball that it fits on. It looks like you just fit this up in there and put it through the pin right here. So that'll be different too. All right, we'll go ahead and just put it all together and see what it looks like. This part's a little bit tricky to install here with all these plastic pieces on the side here for all the connectors. I noticed there were some little screws on here, so I ended up unscrewing that piece. Then that way I can get a nice snug fit on here. You really want to make sure you have a snug fit so it doesn't rattle around. See, it was a little bit loose there. I just couldn't tighten it up with that plastic piece in the way. We'll get this nice and snug here. I got a couple extra screws in here too. We'll tighten those up, and I put some washers on here, so this should be nice and snug. And then you just take that same Phillips head screwdriver, and then you can just screw this back into place there. So yeah, you might as well just take that off rather than trying to screw it like I did, because I ended up chipping this piece up here, and then I realized I needed to stop and do it a little bit different. So hopefully that helps you install this a little bit easier so you don't make the same mistake I did. This yellow and green wire, here's the ground. I connected it to the copper wire in my house here. So you just make sure you can see that's the ground. And then this one's got some paint on it, but you can see it's copper there. Same thing here. This black wire has a little bit of white paint on it, but this is actually the black wire here. This is the load wire. And then this one here, this white wire here is the neutral wire. And this red wire is also another line wire. And that would be for, there's two switches on the wall. And that would be if you had a separate light switch and a separate fan switch. But we're just going to connect one switch here to control everything because it's got a remote control. The next step is to take out the pin and then decide which one of these you want to use. I think I'm going to use the short one right here. So we just need to take the pin out here. And then run all the wires through here. Okay, this is what it should look like here. You run your wires up through here. You stick your pin into here, and then you put the little pin in there to hold it in place. Don't forget your little pin here. It'll rattle loose without it. And then this part, there's a little screw hole up here, so I'm assuming that's the top. It's got room for the pin there on the top, and then there's a little screw hole there. I didn't see anywhere down here on the bottom. And then next you want to put this piece on here. This is the cap here that covers up everything. You could screw these tight first though. Get out the screwdriver and secure these there. Make those nice and snug to keep it from moving around. Just get it all snug before you forget. These aren't that big of a deal, but they will keep it from rattling around. And anything you can do to prevent the fan from rattling around, you want to do. And then you just push this down. And then we're going to take this one too, and we're also going to put it in here. Just set that one on here, and those screw holes there will screw into the mount. It'll come up like this to cover the mount and everything. All right, and then here's the control panel. That's for the remote. It's got a little white antenna on here. And then this pink and gray and red here's got a white cap on it. And this other one's got a clear cap on it. And they seem to match the ones on the fan here. The clear cap has the blue and white wire, and the white one here looks like that would plug into this one here. And then for the power here, we got our white neutral wire and our black line wire there. This part was a little bit different here. You take this part off the bracket and then you install it in here and insert your pin here. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and put it on the bracket. So you just set this piece up in here like this, and then you can screw it into place here. You just kind of push that screw through there. Then you can tighten it up, and then you put these other two screws in there too. Go ahead and get that tight there. And then you put this other screw in here. So once you get those two screws in, plus that pin there, so it should be pretty secure. It should really keep this from rattling around. It's just a little bit of a different setup here. It's kind of neat the way they did this. Make sure everything's snug there. All right, so I capped the red wire. I'm not going to be using that one. I'm going to be using the black wire here for my power. And there's two switches there on the wall, and so I'm just going to use the one so that I can control it all with the remote control and everything. And then I got the ground here. I couldn't fit the ground to fit inside this little thing here, so I just went ahead, since I already had a cap here, I just went ahead and locked it up and taped it. I'm going to push these up into the ceiling here. I just got those pushed up there out of the way so that I can finish the rest of this wiring and then put the control panel in here. All right, I'm going to connect these two together. You can see how they're both rounded on the bottom, so they should fit together real nice. Okay, here's the other piece here. You can see what that looks like there. And then you can see here. So it fits in like that. It's kind of hard to see that there. There's those little ridges on top. And then they line up with the little ridges there. Okay, I just hooked this up here. I got my white to white, that's my neutral. And I got my black to black, that's my line. You can't quite tell, but this is actually a black wire. It's just got a little white paint on it. I use the wire nuts here. You could connect them into here like the directions say, but I kind of boogered this up a little bit when I was hooking it up. So I just went ahead and went with the caps that I had here with the wire nuts. I got a little bit of electrical tape on here to secure those. I'm just going to go ahead and push them up in the electrical box up there so they'll be out of the way. All right, I got all the wires pushed up in there out of the way. I got the black to black, the white to white, the green and yellow to the copper ground, and they're all pushed up in here. Now I can put this piece in here. All right, I got the box pushed up in here. I'm just going to go ahead and raise this up here and then put the screws on there. I had a little bit of trouble getting this to fit here, so I had to loosen these screws up here, so they're pretty loose there. Just going to go ahead and tighten them with this corner screwdriver here, this angled screwdriver. Okay, that's what it should look like there with that cap on there, and then with this cap on here. Now we can put together the light fixture for the chandelier. Here's the step here for installing the light here. So it's got the instructions there on how to install the light. We got the two caps here, the top cap, the bottom cap, and then here's the light right here, and then this pin right here. So we'll take this pin off here, and this will go on the top, and then this one will go on the bottom. All right, so you want to push those wires through here, through the screw right there, and then you can screw it up into that part right there. So this is the part that I made a mistake on, is you need to push those wires through here like that, so that way you can put the screw on the bottom. So make sure you push those wires through like that. You need to screw this piece in so you can attach this bottom piece to it. This is what it should look like here. And then I got the white wire attached in here into the white wires, and I got the blue wire attached over here to the black wires. Then you put the cap on, and you just screw this little round piece on the bottom to hold it all together. And then to screw the chandelier in, you got these holes right here on the bottom of the fan. This is where you'll screw the chandelier into the fan. Okay, here's the chandelier part. We got to screw these into the bottom of the fan. So we need these little 4 screws right here. I installed the chandelier last. That's kind of hard to do. I thought it would be easier to do everything without the chandelier on there. But it is tough to hold this up and then to put those screws in. So this is a tough decision. You may want to put this on first, because it'll be a lot easier to put it on while it's on the ground. It's kind of hard to put this together while it's hanging up here. But you just got those 4 screws in there, and then you just got to reach in there and screw them in while you're holding it in place. All right, now that we got the fan up, we can go ahead and turn the power back on. All right, let's go see how it works. All right, there it is. You can see how blingy it is. Yeah, this has got a pretty nice remote with it too here. You got timers that you can do. You got your forward, your reverse, your speeds 1 through 6. This is actually a really powerful fan. I'm going to do the 6-speed here. And wow, this puts out a lot of air. Plus, it's not nearly as bad the way the air goes out. It's not blowing stuff all over my wife's desk like that other fan was, but it still puts out a lot of air, and it feels really nice in here. It's also got a holder there for the remote, so you can just mount the remote right next to the light switch. All right, there you go. There's the chandelier fan in disguise.